Hey there, welcome back to Transforming the Body. If you watch some of my earlier videos, you know that I often use dumbbells for incline presses, flat bench presses, and shoulder presses. And if you've done these exercises yourself, you know that getting the dumbbells into the starting position can be awkward, frustrating, and maybe even a little risky. At one point, I asked you guys if you thought I should invest in a device called the Mad Spotter, a spotting system that claims to make dumbbell lifts easier and safer. Well, I went ahead and bought those. Today I'm going to share my personal experience with it. Now, full disclosure, this isn't one of those overly glowing, this changed my life reviews you've probably seen all over YouTube. I know a lot of reviewers seem to love it, and that's great for them. I have a very different experience, and I want to walk you through it so you can decide if it's right for you. Now, if you're ready, let's begin. The Mad Spotter is designed to solve a real problem. When you're using heavy dumbbells, especially for something like a seated shoulder press, getting those weights into position is no joke. You often end up swinging them up, hoping for the best, and just trying not to throw your shoulder out in the process. The idea behind the Mad Spotter is smart. You load your dumbbells into these carriages that hang from a barbell. Once they're secure, you lie down, you grab the weights, and you're in the ready position. You twist slightly and you begin your set. That's the promise. But here's how it played out for me. Problem number one is figuring out where to put the bar. In theory, you want to set the bar high enough that the dumbbells don't get in your way, but not so high that you can't actually lift the spotters off them. It sounds simple, right? Well, not so much. If it's too high, you can't lift the dumbbells up and out. And if it's too low, you bang into the bar during every rep. You end up in this weird no man's land of positioning, where neither height feels just right. That led me to try placing the bar further forward, which brings to the next issue. Problem number two, awkward retrieval angles. Let's say you shift the bar forward by 6 or 8 inches, so it's not in your path, but still within reach. That helps with the clearance, but now it creates a mechanical disadvantage. To retrieve the dumbbells from this position, you're essentially doing a front delt raise before you even begin your set. Imagine that, reaching forward, then up with 70-pound dumbbells. You're not starting your normal shoulder press. You're really maxing out on your front delts. If your 10 rep max for shoulder press is 70 pounds and your front shoulder raise max might be, let's say, 40 on a good day, starting a set in that compromised position makes the Mad Spotter more of a challenge than it is a help, at least in my setup. And then there's the issue of hand comfort, or lack thereof. I noticed that the design of the Mad Spotter pinched the sides of my hands while I was maneuvering the weights. Everyone's hands are a little different, but for me it felt tight and uncomfortable. To give you a real-world comparison, on one set with the Mad Spotters, I tapped out at about 9 painful reps. On the next set, without the device, using the same weight, I got 11 smooth, pain-free reps. That difference might not sound huge, but it adds up over time. And more importantly, it made the training session less enjoyable and more frustrating using the Mad Spotters. So what's the bottom line? Listen, if you have the right bench, the right rack, the right height, and the right arm length, the Mad Spotter might be a great solution for you. And if your hands aren't especially wide, you might avoid the pinching altogether. But for me, this was one of these cases where the cure was worse than the disease. I wanted to reduce the risk and strain, but ended up with more awkwardness, discomfort, and distraction. I'm not saying it's a bad product. I'm saying it didn't work for me and my setup. If you're thinking about trying it, I'd recommend buying from a seller with a good return policy, just in case it doesn't work for you either. I hope this review has given you a more well-rounded look at the Mad Spotter. If it helps you make a more informed decision, then I've done my job. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it yourself and what your experience was like. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And until then, have a great day.